Now we want to introduce you to something brand new at Nextpoint, and that is the Nextpoint Law Group. I am joined now by Andy Green and Sonali Hansen. Andy, let's start with you. We've talked about the Nextpoint Law Group, but why don't you just give us a general idea about the Nextpoint? Why was the Nextpoint Law Group created, and what challenges is the Nextpoint Law Group? What was it designed to resolve?
Sure. So just to take a step back, before I came on board as managing partner of the Nextpoint Law Group, I was a longtime customer of Nextpoint, and I knew how important services were. But I'd come to realize, and coincidentally, Rakesh, our founder and CEO, had also come to realize that there was a growing need for additional services, for tech-enabled, data-driven litigation support. Obviously, the outgrowth of the high volumes of litigation, even on small cases, and the types of data. And so we discussed how best to start delivering those services. And while there's a lot that a non-law firm can do in terms of giving technical advice on ESI protocols or analyzing data, Nextpoint Law Group, as a law firm with lawyers working side by side with consultants, can offer a turnkey solution. We can offer compliance advice on ESI protocols, and we can analyze that data and documents to see how it fits in with the legal theories.
How about maybe give us an idea then, or what would the typical client of the Nextpoint Law Group look like, or a customer?
Sure. Well, I think our services span the market, but different segments of the market are going to find different value in our offerings. For example, small and mid-sized law firms are often law firms with top-tier lawyers who have great clients and a nice pipeline of business, but they constantly are running into bandwidth problems. Either they don't have experience in certain areas, whether that's e-discovery or a more substantive area, or they just need boots on the ground. They need people to do that first draft of the brief. We can be that solution for them. For corporate legal departments who are all about efficiency and finding ways to be more effective, we can offer that data-driven solution to the case assessment, portfolio analysis, and things like that. So it really depends where in the market you are, where I think you'll find value in our services.
That's great. So, Andy, you are managing partner of the Nextpoint Law Group, and Sonali, you are the managing director of e-discovery services at the Nextpoint Law Group. Can you just give us an idea of maybe some of the services that I know we've probably already been providing even through Nextpoint, but how do you see these services now transitioning into Nextpoint Law Group?
Yeah, I think one of the biggest things to keep in mind is that all of our service offerings that we've had so far that our clients kind of know us for are all still going to be available to all of our clients.
Right.
But the best aspect of this that I would say is that we can build upon it. So not only can we actually help you with that ESI consultation and all of the e-discovery needs in terms of the culling and filtering of your data and those productions, but we can now take it a step further and actually help you with those deposition preps, the legal research, the drafting, all of that. So it's really just taking it that one step further.
Oh, that's great. Now, we've kind of talked a little bit about how the Nextpoint Law Group is a separate entity from Nextpoint itself. But Sonali, obviously we're quite proficient in the Nextpoint platform. How does that expertise come to bear now for clients of the Nextpoint Law Group, and just being able to share with them a little bit about some of the ins and outs of the Nextpoint platform?
Yeah, I think it's really just kind of melding the best of all worlds. So
Yeah.
The Nextpoint professional services team has always been considered kind of our power user. They're the ones that know all of the ins and outs, all of the tricks, kind of within that actual software itself. Now that we can actually be that co-counsel for some of our clients, they get full access to that. So they get access to things that they are not privy to on their end of things, because we have that direct access to all of our product developers, and we just know all of the kind of back-end solutions to our software that maybe not every client might.
This really is just so exciting. It's sort of a new journey here. And so, Sonali, just real quick, I want to ask both of you this question. as we're just starting on this journey, what do you see as maybe the future or the near future even of the Nextpoint Law Group and going forward here?
So I'm really excited about this. I feel like there's a lot of directions this could go, but I think one of the biggest things is that what truly sets Nextpoint apart has always been the people. And I think this really elevates that partnership with our clients and those people that have kind of always been behind the scenes to really have just full access and just kind of that true partnership across the board.
That's great. Andy, we'll give you the last word on this. As we start going forward on this with Nextpoint Law Group, just really exciting what we can now bring from an expertise aspect to a lot of the clients there. What do you see sort of as the future, and what are you most excited about?
I think it's the opportunity to take the technology as it progresses, and we've heard a lot about that
Right.
earlier, and continue to form services around that to really give our clients a competitive advantage, to give law firms the ability to do more work, do it more effectively, and to really grow the technology and the services in truly innovative ways.
If folks want to hear a little bit more or read a little bit more, learn a little bit more about the Nextpoint Law Group, we already have a website that is set up, and that is nextpointlawgroup.com. So everybody's welcome to go there and get a little more information. Or if they just really want to learn a little bit more, they can reach out to us through the website as well.
Absolutely.
Very good. Thanks for joining us today, Andy and Sonali. And if you have any other questions, you're welcome to reach out to anyone, the Nextpoint team, and we'll be happy to help.